She left the rake in the yard. Now, would it be laying or lying the rake in the yard? Honestly, I omitted that because I don't know. So I went with she left the rake in the yard. I have a very photographic memory. I'm not really sure why, but that's just how my brain best remembers things. For instance, in my head, I can literally see my red Milwaukee drill sitting right beside the bag of Quikrete concrete from a previous project. Is that where either of those items go? No, not exactly, but that's where I left them, and I remember that very vividly, visually in my head. I'm also really bad about this after having a long day of work, coming in and emptying my pockets on the counter or the kitchen table. Again, I know that's not where these items go, but it's a story for another day. I'm also not great at initially and officially designating space for things in this house that we moved into 7 years ago. There's a permanency to that in my head that for whatever reason I seem to struggle with. I'm sure a psychologist would have an absolute heyday discovering all of my problems. My wife constantly moves those items around and arranges them in a more orderly fashion, and it drives me absolutely insane. The object may not have moved a foot from where I originally left it, but my visual memory does not like the fact that my pen is no longer right next to my wallet. I know this frustrates my wife because we've discussed it over and over. I know I have a problem, but that's not what this story is about. The other day, when we were finally planting our garden, we were finishing things up and we started to put some things away. My wife had already started to head in for the evening, but she came back out to feed the chickens, and that's when I noticed something. You see, while I was finishing the tilling and then putting the tiller away, she had taken the rake to another part of the yard to do something. She did her thing, and then she laid the rake down. Wait, that's not where that goes. I went to get the rake to take it back to the garage, and that's when it hit me. This must be how frustrated she gets when I leave my stuff on the kitchen table or on the countertop. She leaves things in the yard all the time once she's finished with them. Again, I'm sure a psychologist could tell us the larger reason why we leave those things where we do. I'm sure it has something to do with the way that we prioritize importance and time. But when she came back out to feed the chickens, I thought, boy, I'm going to turn these tables on her. No, I'm just kidding. However, I did walk over to her and I kindly said, "Is that where we put the rake when we're done with it?" She said no. I said, "Well, you know how you get frustrated with me when I leave things strewn about the house and you get really frustrated with me?" I said, "I get it now." I continued to say, "I can't promise I'm immediately going to get better at putting my stuff away, but I get it." She admitted that she hadn't realized she does the exact same thing often in regards to leaving things outdoors. I don't really have a great takeaway for this particular story, but I would dare to say that if you think hard enough, unless you're just absolutely perfect, that in an equal way, you probably do something to frustrate someone the exact same way that they frustrate you at times. We all need to show each other grace from time to time. Just like I leave my pocket contents on the counter, she leaves yard tools laying all over the yard. So this is a reading from a weekly newsletter that I write. These emails go to your inbox every Monday morning. So if that's something that you would like to sign up for, there'll be a link below for you to add your email to the list and get these personally sent to you every Monday morning. If you can think of somebody who might enjoy reading these or watching these, listening to these, hearing these, be sure to send it to them. I would appreciate that. My goal with these is to hopefully encourage someone and just, share new perspectives on things that you may not have thought about, while also showing that I'm someone who fails daily as a father and as a Christian. And I just hope that some way, somehow, these offer some sort of encouragement. But that's it for today. Be sure to check your inbox for today's email. It should have went out sometime this morning. So if you don't see it, it's probably in your spam folder. They've been going there recently and working on a solution for that, but I think it's because I'm using a free Gmail address. So probably won't have a permanent fix for that until I get an official email address. But on that note, we'll catch you in the next one.